Hi everyone, it's Monday, June 24th. This is Liam McMahon. I'm a currency strategist here at globalfxclub.com. I'm here today to talk to you about euro dollar. And I actually think we'll throw a little euro yen in as well. Um, Somewhat soft week for data this week, not a lot going on. This morning we did have German business climate numbers, but those came in basically as expected, so no real reaction from the market. Not giving a lot of guidance to euro traders, so we're stuck left with the technicals. The rest of the week also very quiet for the euro pairs. We have German unemployment and money supply on Thursday. The economic summit is also on Thursday. And then, of course, we have the headline risk about Greece and the IMF. We'll see how that sort of plays out this week. But with the lack of data, we may see some clean technical trading, so I think there are some setups that are worth taking a look at for this week. So please take a moment to pause the recording and read the risk disclaimer, which is now on your screen, and we'll get started. Alright, so this is the daily chart of euro dollar. We are sitting right at a major Fibonacci and moving average confluence area here. The rally from 127.94 up until 134.18, that 50% fib is basically right here at market 130.10. We briefly dipped below it, kind of actually gapped below it, and we've since rallied back above it. We are also testing the 50, 100, and 200-day EMAs here on euro dollar. The 50 comes in right here, basically again at market. That's at 131.15 or so. The 100 is at 130.85, and the 200 is at 130.55. Those three levels all are in between the 50% fib and the 618% fib, which is 130.32. So this whole let's call it a 70 or so pip range between that 50 and 618% fib. It's actually a very strong support area, and a very distinct possibility that we see at least a small euro dollar bounce from this area. I would like to see a little bit more a more aggressive move higher. So here, if we drop down to the hourly chart, you can see that what we did here is that we gapped lower, and then we finally, when we first moved higher, you can see this wick here filled the gap, and we pulled back from that area. So now we need to see price actually begin to work its way back above that gap and start to trade higher from there. As long as that gap fill remains the highest point, you have to be a little bit nervous that it's just going to be a gap fill and then lower. In terms of hourly trend lines, you kind of have an expanding pattern here. Those are my least favorite to trade. I don't find them particularly helpful. So we do have to keep an eye here on this 50-hour EMA. That's at 131.72. And then this major trend line, minor trend line, that would probably be around 131.60, 131.70, depending on exactly when we get there. But if we should be able to continue to work our way higher through this gap, we should see euro dollar rally. If that 50% fib holds, I mean, the odds are decent for new highs and a rally from there. Since it's a daily 50% fib, you don't really even need new highs to get a great risk reward out of it. So I definitely think that's a trade. This is an area that we should be keeping an eye on here on euro dollar. Euro yen, on the other hand, let's jump back out to the daily chart, is in a very interesting position here on the daily. It's trading in this very neat consolidation pattern. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests of this topside trend line. Only 2 on the bottom, but the bottom is also supported by this 100-day EMA here in green. I do think that we have a nice opportunity for either a breakout trade higher on euro yen, something like that, or a possibility to buy at support, something like that, or a breakdown trade on euro yen. Alright, so there are 3 possibilities here on euro yen. I think all of them offer a very good risk to reward ratio, provided that you get your entries correct. I would be looking to trade euro yen to the upside. Should we break this topside trend line? Really, that would be 129.50 or so, and I'd be looking to take a short on a daily close below this 100-hour EMA and below this supporting trend line. That would be roughly 125.70, 125.50 or so. In terms of buying at support here, if you got in right at 125.73, which is the 100-day EMA, you could keep your stops relatively tight right below there, and then hope for a rally higher again eventually for new highs on euro yen. So there are some interesting setups here on euro pairs. The euro should be relatively quiet this week. Should be, but you never know what may come out of the eurozone. But I think that those setups offer a very nice opportunity for a good risk-reward trade with a limited amount of news-induced volatility. I hope that's helpful. I hope you guys have a great trading week, and I will talk to you soon.